Yo, what's up guys? We're back, and today we're gonna be talking about boxes. I have a very interesting box for you guys here today. As you can see, there's a little puncture here. It doesn't go all the way through, I don't think. I wonder how that happened. Maybe somebody was clumsy and fucking dropped it. It hit the corner of a desk or something. We got a nice little tear here, which again doesn't seem to go all the way through. We got some creases here. Nah, we're not talking about boxes, guys. Forget that. Forget that shit. Uh, we're talking about what's in the boxes. Now, this box, you guys aren't gonna get to see what's in this box. Nah. Nah, you don't get to see what's in this box. But, you will get to see what's in these boxes. That being said, these boxes are some of the parts that are going towards my next PC build. I've been talking about it for a while, that I'm planning to upgrade my PC. These are some of the parts that are going to be going into it. So let's go ahead and open up this bad boy. Now, it is a good idea whenever you're handling things like this to wear an anti-static, garment. I'm actually wearing one on my ankle right now, which is just off shot. You can't quite see it, but trust me, it's there. And the reason for that is that electrostatic can potentially damage these electronics, which is why they come in these special bags. So here we go. So this is the motherboard I am planning on using, which I actually... What the fuck is the name of this motherboard again? It's not from a very recognized brand, or at least a brand that I've never heard of. It's the ASRock H87M Pro 4 ASM. So yeah, never fucking heard of them before I bought this. But I bought this for two reasons. One, it had everything that I wanted, and two, it was really cheap. I paid $60 for this, which for what it has is pretty good. You got 4 slots for RAM. You have a bunch of PCIe ports, 2 of which are X16s, one a 2.0, the other a 3.0. It was very important to me that it had a 3.0. It uses, I believe, let's see, what chipset is it? I think it's Haswell. Let's see, what chipset are we using here? Let's see, chipset, Intel Inside chipset H87. Okay, so it's not Haswell then. It's AMD Crossfire compatible. It's got a bunch of, let's see, DVI, VGA, HDMI out, 6 USB ports, 4 of which are 3.0, and this I didn't even know until after I bought it. It has 6 SATA ports right on the side, which I absolutely love using SATA ports. Like, I've used so many in this PC right here that I had to buy a PCIe to SATA hub because my current motherboard doesn't have enough enough SATA ports. So this one has 6, which is exactly how many I'm currently using. That being said, I actually plan to carry over the CPU and the RAM that's in this PC right here over to this PC, as well as this RAM right here that I actually left in the box, which is a, oops, dropped it, which is a 4 gigabyte Kingston DDR3. Now I know what you're thinking, ew, DDR3, why aren't you using DDR4? Well, budget. If I went to one that uses DDR4, I'd have to buy all new RAM. I'd probably have to buy a new CPU, and the RAM and CPU that I'm using right now are fine for literally everything that I'm doing. So by the time I install this, I will have a total of 12 gigs of RAM, as well, it will be DDR3, as well as a Core i3 Intel, which is fine for what I'm doing. And then I will have, I'm actually carrying over the GPU from this computer that I'm currently using, which is a GT650. I believe it's a NVIDIA. Yeah, NVIDIA GT650 NVIDIA. Which is a very shitty GPU, by the way. Like, if you want to build a gaming PC, don't buy that. It was good for gaming several years ago, but not anymore. I will be using it on this build, though, but not for gaming. For gaming, I'm actually going to be using this, which is also a NVIDIA card. It's actually made by EVGA. But here we go. Let's pop this out here. And this guy here is a 1050 Ti GTX superclock, which is significantly better than what I'm currently using. Fucking beams of angelic light and choir and all that shit. Because this thing is so much better than what I'm currently using. And it was kind of expensive, but for what it is, it was totally worth it. I paid $135 for this. So between this and the motherboard, I'm about $200 in the hole. But this has DisplayPort out, it has HDMI out, and it has DVI out. And it can actually support 3 monitors at once, whereas my current one can only do 2 at once, even though it has 3 ports. So the idea here is that this guy is going to be going in the 3.0 port on my board. Let's see. Just like that. There we go. And then my other GPU will go in the 2.0, and then I may or may not plug a SATA hub there if I decide to hook up more shit. Let's actually take this guy out. There we go. And the reason why I'm using 2 GPUs, because I can't use those in SLI. I can't. This one, I believe you can use an SLI. Can you use this in SLI? No, you can't. Okay. But even if you could, I can't use the other one in SLI. So you're probably thinking, if you're not using it in SLI, why are you plugging in 2 GPUs? That is a good question, my friend. This is going to be my dedicated GPU, which is going to be for gaming and literally everything that the computer does on a normal basis. So this will be the dedicated GPU. The GPU that's currently in my system, which is a GT650 by NVIDIA, will go in the 2.0 port down here, and that will be for encrypting my live streams. So the GPU in the 2.0 port will be dedicated specifically for running my live streams, whereas this will run literally everything else. And the reason why that is a good thing is because it splits the work between 2 GPUs instead of forcing it all on one. This one is probably more than capable of running both, but because it will only be running the games and the encryption for the live stream will be running on the other one, it will be able to perform better and won't be, impacted by the live stream. Theoretically. So that being said, that is the plan for that. By the time I'm done with this build, it's going to have 16 gigs of DDR3 RAM. It'll have a Core i3 Intel, which is a little outdated, admittedly. But it'll do everything that I need it to do, so that's fine. It's my CPU actually does everything that I need it to do right now, so transferring it over to this, I should be fine. Um, and it'll also have GTX 1050 Ti superclock as well as a GT 650, and it will have probably about 10 terabytes of storage split between, I believe, 3 or possibly 4 hard drives. So that is the plan for that build. I'm already $200 in the hole because of these, but almost everything else I need I already have. I'm gonna have to buy a couple hard drives. I'm gonna have to buy a new power supply and a few other things, but most of the things that I need I already have. I haven't decided if I'm gonna go air cooled or if I'm gonna go for a water cooled solution. Obviously, water cooled would be better, but it's also more expensive, which kind of defeats the purpose of a budget build. Um, but I would like to have water cooled on this system if possible. But I'm gonna have to see how that fits into my budget, which I don't know yet. But I'm already $200 in, plus the parts that are in this PC. But that's pretty much the plan. So I'm hoping to have this new PC build done within the next 16 to 20 months. I know that's a really long time, but again, this is going to cost me a bit of money, which right now I don't have. So it's going to take me a while to get the money to do all this. But I'm hoping to have it done within the next 16 to 20 months. And it's going to be really cool when it is done. I just don't know when that's going to be. But yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about this build idea. Let me know if you want to see what's in this box. And let me know if you want to see some of the other stuff from my parts room. Because this is just a little taste of what I have in my parts room over there. But yeah, thank all you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to be one of the ground babies. And I'll see all you guys next time. Goodbye, guys.